to get into playoffs.
Right, let's see what these teams have got. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know what to expect on this one. I really don't.
3-3 record goes up against a 5-1 record.
On
Might
defense.
expect Leviatán to be the favorites.
100
Most
Thieves
people, I
on
think,
attack.
though, looking towards 100 Thieves as the team with the advantage in this, based on just having a better performance in the Stage 1 playoffs mostly.
Especially on this map. I mean,
Yeah,
the
Molly missed as well. It's not a great start for 100 Thieves.
Doesn't shove King off the angle, but he's going to at least give them respect. Looking
Well,
away.
Molly over towards the long, hit the roof, and then he gets one tapped.
Bang. That's an important one.
It's huge. It just relieves all of that pressure over towards A. Lev, if they want to, can start making the rotate.
Zero top seas is very good. Asa's going to be ahead of most of this now as well. That util sails into the back line. Con being removed, just couldn't stand his ground against it. Asna overzealous, man.
I respect that, man. He jumps from the corner so his team can get the trades. King did incredibly well to get two.
Lev versus 100 Thieves, and Lev not messing around here with the timing. They want to try and take this one fast and loose. Aspas is left alone to do the most. 2 shots to the body, all it takes. 2 left in the chamber, left to the 1v1. Him versus EU. Comes down to the wire.
Okay, that was a good attempt, though. Shout out, honestly. Shout out to Asana here. That jump in the corner is big.
Very active there from 100 Thieves.
I like to see that kind of stuff.
Once they got the plant down,
And they hit a cool Teva nade back sight as well.
Combo. It wasn't. They still had the C's active later on, so...
Wait, was it not?
Marked him up, I believe. And this kill almost made it feel like Lev had a great advantage
What
in
was
the
it,
round.
Dink into nade? Dink
Yeah,
into
just
nade.
marked up and feels like he's not safe. King did a great job of being able to collect 2 in elbow, but not enough. And if you think back to what stopped Leviatán from getting a better position,
I'll keep an eye on
towards the
pistols.
Stage 1
1-0,
playoffs,
obviously.
where they did at times look like the best team that we had in the league. I know if people have been watching the playoffs, and also Lev's pretty poor performance at Shanghai, it can feel odd to be reminded that Leviatán at one point we were thinking were perhaps the best team in Americas. When they battled Crew towards the end of Stage 1, that's what we were setting up.
Yeah, living up to the title of Super Team, but
it hasn't felt like that recently.
100 Thieves sticking with the Antico.
a little bit sloppy.
They did this, this is like, what, 5 times in Shanghai?
One of their favored maps, so going to be expecting them to be looking pretty dominant. The
Don't
execs
blame
looking
Lev for
drilled
having
this
4 people here.
Squad, and it's an important series overall for them. Obviously, sitting at 3-3 overall standings, a win on the board, getting themselves up to 4. Everyone counts.
Yeah, and also some fairly tough competition. They still have to play against Furia and MIBR, but those are not free. Oh, I mean, they've already lost to Furia, sorry, but they still have that upcoming game against MIBR.
EG, Loud 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while earlier on in the year, maybe we would have thought, yeah, no problem, should be a breeze. The deeper we get, even the teams towards the bottom of the standings are looking like they can do damage, and 100 Thieves know that better than most, having just lost 0-2 to Furia.
That's the wrong.
They know exactly where Aspas is. It's not getting away with anything.
No chance. And a very clean conversion of this round 2 from 100 Thieves. Like you said, Brent, they're on the attack side of Bind, which was, they were untouchable. Definitely.
yeah.
Even though the results may not have exactly mapped 1-to-1 at Shanghai, I do still think 100 Thieves were the best team on the world at this map. They just put a target on their back by being so damn good at it. And it's the attack side that was working phenomenally for them. Aspas instantly picking up an operator as soon as he could.
No armor.
Glass cannon on the raise, no boombot, no satchels. Purely relying on the op.
That first shot's going to be so vitally important. Usual exec that 100 Thieves like to go for towards A. Sending Asna in. Trebuchet in him.
Rokoas, thank you for letting me know.
Potentially to support. A smoke's blocked off in the face of Aspas, and again, seeing Asana already takes up that spot in space. That's just spam into the smoke potentially.
Oh, who is that lunatic?
Revealing himself, even out
How are they alive?
trying to dominate that position and retain control of Shower. Spike drop down in the middle of nowhere. Detainment somewhere towards the back. Cryos hunting and beaming them all down. Eventually going to be back there. 2v2 is what it's going to be returned to. Doubled up now, hopping over the top, returns it.
I tell you what though, for a bonus, only one person surviving, that's pretty legit.
King with a lot of value on the pistol round and manages to get his way up to the top of the scoreboard again by winning a really important clutch. We're seeing 100 Thieves prioritize very early on here. This idea of going for a jump peek and having the second player swinging behind. Both times that we've seen someone go for it, that front player who goes for the jump is just getting eviscerated. It's a nice push from Cryo there to collect 2. And honestly, Lev bailed themselves out of a
didn't pick up
pretty
the
bad
op,
spot
right?
there as Aspas's op got no value.
Okay,
Their
fade
economy's
eye
in
out
a
over
bit of a
towards
touchy
showers, but they
position as
hide
well,
from
as
it.
King forced to pick up the judge, but you're not really bothered about that on bind. Hookah extremely difficult to get through. Aspas position given away by that Dizzy is going to have to return into a bit of a more passive crossfire alongside Tex.
Free reign going to be given up towards showers as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
and 100 V's literally just hold a default at the
the
beginning
orb.
just in case there's
Go
any
for it.
kind of push.
Slow and steady from 100 Thieves. They don't want to rush into anything.
All goes into
too
hit
much,
over
but now
towards B,
looking like they want
and
to
they're
explore
making
over towards B long.
sound and pressure over towards showers.
Down to that minute mark.
There can be gaps in
Just
these
going
defaults.
long
We've
and doing
seen
the
100
normal
Thieves
exec.
exploited a little. But once they gather up for the execs, those look very drilled. Both orbs being used over here and both running out of fuel, so an open avenue for 100 Thieves to try
Level
to
with no
exploit.
sound over
3
towards
players on
A.
B.
Aspas gets
What
over
do you
here,
think?
has a
They're gonna
nade,
be
30
holding on to
seconds.
release to stop them. I think Aspas has the nade in his hand, and there it is. Sails right over, lobbed it into the corner, forced them back and
Wow,
around. and away to
Boostio's
Boostio.
okay, I was
Will
going
be
to say this nade was
dropped
on
same
Boostio's
with
head.
Arsenet to 2-piece. Alt Earn rocket still ready
20
and
seconds.
waiting. Fires and lands. 3 in a round for Aspas himself. This guy's looking demonic. And bang, can only do so much. Tucked away into a tight corner with only 10 seconds. Running away,
Oh,
EU.
you
Down to
might have
1v1
just-
once more. Surely can't do it again. Forced to stick the plant. Now it's the only possible. Win gone!
Oh,
Steps
honestly,
forward,
respect to
it's
EU
gone.
there. He nearly won that. That was impressive.
Shuts him down.
Hey,
2-2 is
back-to-back
what the
rounds,
scoreline's
one
gonna be
person
drawn to.
survives, but
It's
gonna
a
be
3K
enough.
in
100
the
Thieves
round
has to
there from
eco.
Aspas. And one of the stats that
Yeah,
I was
Aspas
looking at
did
the
incredible.
most coming out of 100 Thieves lost to Furia, one of the stats that I thought told the story of the match was that there were 8 multi-kills of 3K plus that Furia managed to put up against 100 Thieves. 8 on both of the maps. That's almost a third of the rounds where Furia were able to get 3 or 4 kills against them from
Yeah.
one individual.
That's insane.
I mean, that's ludicrous.
That was a lot of
That's
kill though.
bonkers.
Yeah.
And that speaks to 100 Thieves not quite being able to trade out those positions, not anticipating aggression on defense in some spots. Normally 100 Thieves are pretty good at being able to shut
Yeah,
down
this is a good
people
chance
like
for
that.
them to try and stack
But-
up a lot.
Yeah, against Furia in
Get
that
a
game,
outlaw and it can only one-shot 2
individuals were
people.
having inordinate impact, and they've got to stop people on Lev doing the same. It's very difficult when you're going up against people like Aspas.
Now we're going to be seeing the silly gun doing a bit of work.
Cryo, surely
Holds
not.
down Hookah easily enough.
And speaking of the silly guns, Aspas with an outlaw as well that he's taking over towards market.
It's less silly. He's shrugging over there. They can't see it. He disagrees. Everybody walking themselves over towards Lev here. Nice little double stack. Wall goes down. Wants to take a face as well. That's right through the wall. How did we get a second? Definitely did the damage. Just holds the trigger there. It was patience being played. Bang. He's returned with a shot to the brain. Boostio trying to take that timing straight past the smoke.
And Lev
Will get punished in the end.
really
So the
wanted
options
this
are
clean win.
very limited onto this half by of 100
30
Thieves.
seconds left.
Bang's going to try and work things here. If he can do a little bit of damage to the economy, it would have been
Yeah,
useful.
4 people don't have to rebuy any armor. This is a really nice round for
Lev have
them.
been winning, but they haven't been concrete, decisive wins up until the anti-eco. Leviatán are really trying to put an emphasis on pushing out of short, I've noticed. You know, they took on the pistol round the fight against Bang really early on. And then since then,
Well played, boys. This that we did here is perfect.
they keep pushing forwards, they keep trying to fight aggressively. We've still got
Okay,
Guardian
double ult
Judge
for 100
Outlaw
Thieves, double
for
ult
Lev.
for
It
Lev.
almost feels a bit like a bonus.
This
in
is
terms
going to
of how their
be
economy's functioning.
pretty
Another
mental.
4-player stack
100
on the
Thieves,
A
if they
side
lose
as
this,
well.
got eco.
Heavily reading into the fact that 100 Thieves are going to go
If they
for
get a
their
plant,
exec.
maybe they force.
That's smart when you look at the ults the 100 Thieves have as well.
Similar round to what we
I
saw
mean,
earlier,
Nightfall,
just straight up
Orbital
default,
Strike.
hiding from the fade eye
All
again,
up.
just waiting for some kind of push.
Yeah, one of the classic
Makes a
ways
lot of
that
sense
100
when they
Thieves
have
like
this
to
many
attack on this
ults
map
if they wanted to
is
push.
to send the
Go
fade
score level.
down through showers and then running the other 4 players going for the exec down short. And this has been exploited in the past. We've seen people tucking into pocket and the Fade utility is not there on the short exec. Now, these should be things that 100 Thieves are aware of because they were getting caught out on bind by teams pretty heavily anti-stratting them at Shanghai.
No punish in sight there for the jiggle again. Time is running short here down to the minute mark.
Yeah, not too bad though, and they're grouping up over towards B, which is very weak currently. It's only King, and he can't even shoot from elbow right now. He's got a judge.
I mean, this is
so
the
he's
exact
just
same round as
waiting
what
for
we
the
saw
game to
earlier.
come to him.
We're calling for the reinforcements with the Dizzy.
The exact same thing we saw earlier. If anything, 100 Thieves have less time for it. The only thing we haven't seen so far is Aspas gambling with the rotate.
Reinforcements. This will be just essentially that
The Lev on this one, just playing more off-site. They want to let them use the ults, and then it's going to retake with their own ults.
Clears out most of the side, so peace of mind there for 100 Thieves.
If Asuna gets his
100 Thieves
kill,
do enjoy
it's an
going
ult.
for elbow aggression in the post plant, but looks like they're not opting for it this time.
So as soon as this fish ult goes out, you would
really
imagine
hoping
that
that they
Tex
Receives
receives
with the guns that they've got. The knife was
a
going to get
Brimmer
committed
on his
though.
head.
Made, used. One for another. Haunt over the top as well. It's going to be dealt with. And the order strike. That's beautiful.
Okay, they tried
Buying
to
him a little bit of
have a
time here.
nade.
Cuts
They're
him
a
up.
little bit
Puts the
late
balls.
with it, and now they
Forces
can
it
just
out of
fish
Lev. Now
ult.
going to be using that
I think
thrash.
100 Thieves might have messed
No
up.
real
here.
danger here, but Boostio still tucked to the corner. Still, Lev are winning this one out with all of the guns and weaponry.
Low
Doesn't matter if
HPs.
it was subpar. They're dominating their positions. And already in onto
Yeah, you
Spike.
got the
Messina with
shroud
fuse. Any
spam.
possibilities for his EU? It doesn't look like he wants to try and go for this.
Oh,
But the
yeah.
spam's just not there, not through the wall in time. So, full stick and a retake.
Well,
Success there for Lev is really surprising
They
to me.
I mean, they messed up their
It
own
does
timing on the
feel
ults there, really.
surprising. King got a kill throughout all of that with a classic from elbow. He's just hiding in elbow the whole time with his judge, and he eventually got a kill with his sidearm. I mean, it is on a detained player. I didn't quite realize that. It makes it a bit more reasonable, doesn't it? But yeah, the whole of Leviatán, extremely patient. At the same time, though, the
Brimalt,
plant
I
is
would
for
just
long and
always save
nobody
the
is playing
Brimalt
long.
here for
It's
the,
only Asuna that's even in that area, and he was the
for
one
the
that got
fish ult.
detained in front of Garden. The final player that stays alive is in hookah, and it's not planted for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, if the plant
They kind of went into their normal protocol where they normally just play it with a Teva. Like if a Teva hits, then they go for the ult. They messed up the timing.
Are not looking great here for 100
And I
Thieves.
think when
was
they
giving
have
them
that
credit,
ult, you
I
got to
think, for the
change your
order
normal
strike as well,
idea.
Put in the pause in the play, but it honestly might have been better spent just holding it in case they use the thrash.
Who's just in the infield, they're going for a slump at the moment.
Potentially.
Yeah, they kind of
Players bringing them
flamed
back forwards,
Sentinels
using
for
the
being
post
burnt
plan.
out,
The
said they
problem
wouldn't
with-
burn out,
the
and
problem
now
with
they're saying they're
hindsight
burnt
analysis
out.
like that is that Cryo genuinely thought that was the timing they were going to
It's,
retake.
Sure.
Right? When you're a player in that
It's a little
situation,
bit
you
of
can't just
karma,
be
I'm not
on
gonna
your
lie.
iPad the entire time.
No, of course.
Playing Fruit Ninja, just waiting for them to go for it. No, surely he'll use the thrash at some point, and then they run at you with guns out. So, you know, the
Kind of
timings
flamed
are
as a
really
stretch.
precise
I mean, they
in those
literally
kind of
said we won't
situations.
burn out.
I don't necessarily fault Cryo for going for it. Sure. But there are problems with the way that 100 Thieves are getting set up into these spots, and they're down onto another really poor buy. But I do think that they're finding the right ways of being able to get into positions. They're just failing to convert.
Again, it's going to be that cautious tail. 100 Thieves playing it out. Beginning of almost every single round, honestly. Just this slow default, seeing if they can catch any form of aggression. But Lev are perfectly happy to wait them out.
They had a
signs
patch
of life.
change at least. Sentinels
No.
didn't.
The only place
Sentinels
Leviatán has looked
played
to try to get
properly
aggressive
3
in the
months
early to
before
mid-round
everyone
has been
else, though.
short. Apart from that, they are very
You
confident.
gotta
They're
give
just
them
sitting
that.
back,
They were
holding
playing
their
the
ground,
off-season
and even
properly
in the
when it was the whole
previous
Pancada or
full
Zelsa's
retake
thing.
over towards B. And that's not going to be successful too often, but they're very confident in the idea.
Here's the setup from 100 Thieves, at least. Oh. Prowler's going to be just expiring. Short of the mark. Here's the Mosh. Selling overhead alongside the Dizzy.
Nice.
And the
Nice hit on
Showstopper.
this one, though.
So 100 Thieves committing a lot of big tools now to try and win this one.
Oh my god, how did that hit him? I thought he was going to kill himself with it as well. Okay, and he doesn't get the plant off, so someone's got to pick this one off. Double smokes deep as well, very hard for them to get back onto the site.
Molly ended up missing.
Yeah, Molly from heaven tried to hit the box, just went a little bit wrong.
With the Pitman, yeah.
Could be absolutely crucial that Molly missed there from Mazzino, because otherwise the pressure on this plant would have been enormous.
And jump over the side. Aspas trying to set his team up, but it's a little bit delayed. Boostio.
That was
He's
nice. That was
hungry
nice
for it.
timing with the
kills.
Tevra. Not that the
Just
Tevra
chasing
hit,
them
but
down.
it was nice timing of
Getting
it.
empowered now, and King, last one left. 1v4 scenario. Does not look winnable, not with a pit in his way. even with the disadvantage he's facing, will be forced to save at the end of the day here. So the committal of ults from 100 Thieves, it's going to work out. They're going to want to hunt down these kills. They're going to want Cryo to do it. Oh, he's found himself a rifle. He's happy. He's backing away.
They're just sending Bang forwards because he was the player with the stinger.
Yeah, it's a lovely round.
It's about building up the economy at the moment rather than trying to focus on ults.
Let's see what they got the
pushed
official.
into the dirt a little bit to begin here on Bind. That's a great one to be able to put on the board, though. They were in a disadvantage, but again, they actually find themselves in a spot where they control the site, but this time, one piece of plant denial utility missed. So they're in a favored player advantage, and they're able to get the plant down and play opposed with the pit. I think if Mazzino had landed that molly, the rest of Leviatán were ready to retake
land that
on
molly.
the next. You know, as soon as the molly expired, they
He's
were
trying to
ready
shoot a
try
molly
send that
through a
forwards.
smoke by pinging the floor of where the box is.
Didn't work out though.
Instant
Yeah, like
pick
I
to
get
try
it.
to deny
Probably
some
should be
short
hitting it.
control
You would
here.
practice it on the server.
That's one
But
of the main areas that 100 Thieves are going to try to
I would
go
also
towards.
understand why he's missing it.
Seeing Bang really favor this attacking Viper's orb.
Works through smoke
deep
lineup
up B-long.
in like back wall. Problem when you have that stuff is
Trying to
just
make it difficult for Lev to play in that
get
area.
spammed.
Aspas is worried anytime
You're,
that
like,
goes up,
fully
that they could
covered.
be trying to pop through it. So he's taking the risk of going inside the orb.
This is risky. The crosshair placement of Bang is impeccable.
Nicely done on this one.
Look how
Lev called to
perfect.
hold
Yeah,
over
look how
towards
tough that
long,
is
and
for
we'd have
Aspas
an
and Tex
instant
to
drop
play
to the
that
smoke, double
situation.
kill.
They never know whether there are players behind this Viper orb. Very difficult to deal with. Perfectly played by 100 Thieves.
And it did, I mean, dislodging the defenders.
And still Boostio calls the very slow approach to this round,
Yeah, I mean, they
expecting
can still
some kind of play
force-
to be made. And we can see that it's happening over towards Showers here. Com just looking for that mid-round information, seeing
they
if he can
dropped
push
the
up, find the
Viper.
timing. We know that Com
Dropped the
loves a
Viper ult.
flank.
They
Mazzino
cleared
is so
showers,
damn
get a
committed.
full
He has to be.
rotate so they can get
Anyways,
two
gonna have
here.
to turn this round
Mazzino?
away. Maybe
Ooh, they
potentially
didn't
there,
expect
Prowler
him.
in his face. Fully blinded
Oh, you
up,
got another
still
one. He actually
gets
did
two.
really good.
The
Did they
question
expect
is,
this
has
guy
he
here
got
so
enough? Does he?
early?
Locked on. King is
Okay, 3v5.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Dude, shout out on how proactive they were on this.
Prostrate at his feet. I can't believe he's pulled that one off. The aim just looks so snappy.
Yeah, the first two kills were
What
so
a difference
fast with
it
this.
makes when King is on fire for Leviatán.
Oh yeah.
You know the peaks that this guy can hit. He's been a
I mean,
monster.
you got to do a small shout
all
out to
across
Com
his
here, though.
career.
Like
But
3v5,
sometimes when the
he goes
team's
proactive
struggling,
over towards
his
showers,
mechanics
clears
take
all
a
the
bit
showers
of a
to make
dive,
sure
but
that
he's
this
trying to figure out how to call for
Viper
them.
can get into this
But
position to make
otherwise,
this
the
happen.
movement is so
Like,
impressive.
Com gets a
Here's
silent
this horde that
MVP for
lights
that
up people
round.
over towards Fountain. Shouldn't really catch
In
on
the
the back.
3v5,
Playing
just
a
played
very
all
safe
of this.
position.
Rotate in.
But that was a 3v5. And Leviatán won. 100 Thieves can't catch a break. This is their map. This is their home territory.
Got to be able to close out rounds like that.
Mazzino should never be getting two in that situation. The haunt wasn't actually very good from EU over towards Garden. But let's let bygones be bygones and focus on the here and now.
Yeah, and here and now, Lever stacking, at least with 3 players, looking to try and fight and contest this one. Slight gap into the smoke. Mazzino can play inside. That one on top of the truck. Can't be playing
Lovely
from that
shots.
position, at least Mazzino. And Tex have got their watchful eyes onto this one. Nade rebounding over the top. You're still a minute on the clock, but 100 Thieves. Issue has been forced. Doubled up now into lamps, praying that somebody will just wade into them, but doesn't look likely. There's a lot of discipline on display right now from Leviatán.
And look how good the plant denial is from Lev. They're never allowing 100 Thieves to just get it down in the first wave. Mazzino dominating Showers control now too. Very tough for 100 Thieves to turn it.
Yeah, it's a nice smoke, though.
They're going to need the same level
30
of
seconds
ridiculous
left.
individualism that we
Creates a
just
good
saw
amount of
from
pressure.
Lev.
Also blocks the fact that he can pick up the
By
spine.
tap. Sees the angle of fight to be taken. Aspas winning is out. It's an individualistic moment.
That's so
The smoke,
unlucky
Mazzino
timing-wise.
seeking them out.
Okay, nicely done from Lev on
Put a
this one.
finish to it. 6-3 now.
Gotta
It's a
look over
hefty lead
towards
that Lev
it.
have got.
Going down to another eco.
An early days in this match, but what a return to glory this has been
Yeah,
from
Lev
Leviatán in
look
terms of the level of Valorant they're playing currently. This was the team that everyone was looking at during the middle portions and the late portions of the regular season in Stage 1, saying, hey, this could be the best team in Americas. Like, they are playing some excellent Valorant. And then towards the playoffs, it looked sloppy, post-plant problems. At Shanghai, genuinely,
Don't talk to me about Shanghai.
yeah,
I mean,
genuinely
it was,
dreadful from
there was some
Leviatán.
dire stuff going on.
But they've rebounded. And they're playing really well right now.
And it is looking better. Aspas looking to punish. Bang. Just holding that one for the rest of his team.
Reaction, they hit a side with 2 people that can just wall up Molly though.
To offload that ult. Even utilizing it against the weaker buy of 100 Thieves. Molly going to be stopping them in their tracks, surely. 100 Thieves looking to disrespect past it, but
It's only Asuna in.
Yeah, Asuna to solo, isolated. One player to make something happen, already with a shot hit. Zeno taken out, and now just finding the timing out throughout, but that should be calmed and called. Going to be aware of the fact that he's flanking. Full attention over towards Octagon for now. Again, a lot's going to be asked once more of these 100 Thieves players. Not with the guns for the job. Still, Aspas will not be denied.
Whoa.
Running just a mockery.
He's on his way back to another ult.
It's a 4-piece for him.
You're up. Stay safe. You're going back in.
Started the round with an ult, 3 on top.
He's been there the whole time. The big wins that they got during stage 1 against Crew, against G2, those were powered by Aspas.
Just sitting on that fish ult. Yeah, is it 3 rounds in a row or 2 rounds in a row?
He needs help.
You gotta use this
Today,
one.
King, Mazzino, they're delivering it. Only a single round, and I believe that was an eco that 100 Thieves found after the pistol. This is a horrendous way to start the series for 100 Thieves. Coming off the back of that upset to Furia.
It's rough. A lot of the success on bind for 100 Thieves as well. It comes from the attack side rounds.
Yeah.
Well-drilled executes.
They've got big ultimates to work with here, though. This one is the best chance they've had ever since they expended all of those ults to win the Thrifty in round 7.
And again, not willing to rush into anything, just making sure it's slow and steady.
Dude, every time they hold this default, I swear.
Course, but
And to be honest, they're finding the correct course.
This
quite
one's-
lot of
this
the
one's a
time
little
in
bit
terms of the
different,
site
though.
that they're hitting.
yeah,
Way
It's
more
just
people
that they're
going
not ready for
hookah.
Leviathan's plant denial.
one or two things just chewing them up here. Asuna.
A great
seized in place.
tether.
Vulnerable
Oh
two,
my
Asuna
god,
losing the
this
rocket.
util was sick.
Sailed right past. Potentially could have been a winner for him, but no, not quite. Nade off into the corner. Tap of the rifles, King. Steady hand, steady aim still. We're playing this one side by side.
No way.
Running and
Asuna's still alive.
In play, but Asuna finally brought down to his knees. Tex following up through the window and through the back of the site. That's going to be the plant. Boostio committing to 2v1. Tex might be able to take this timing. Maybe brings it to a 1v1. But does he know he's being flanked?
Yeah,
That's the
any
question.
idea?
Fuse
Wingman
coming
creates
through,
so
round to
much
the back,
pressure.
give
He
it
can
away.
tank
He's
that.
revealed his position, but unaware.
Whoa, what a shot.
Call coming too late.
I think maybe he heard it. No, I think he didn't hear it and his teammate heard it.
That's a bonkers final situation there. Bang, he had to run all the way through spawn.
Felt like
so he
Asuna
just
did really good
assumed
again, to be
Tex
honest.
already knew that
Yeah.
he was coming from that direction. And Tex was none the wiser.
And does the molly even kill Wingman now? I'm not even too sure.
No, I mean, it's not going to be super useful in that kind of spot.
Yeah.
You're expecting Aspas to be able to get one from that spot, I think.
Listen, it got the job done.
It did. And I think
Yeah.
100 Thieves, they need to be able to get to 5. They've just used their big ultimates, but one away from getting Nightfall online.
And this looks pacey.
All these showers. We got
Like
the
they want to
Gekko
try and
model
go for
this
this
one
one
as
almost
well.
immediately.
Yeah.
Like taking that shower's control.
He should
That's
be wrecked.
disrespect. 4-1. Aspas forced to take the shot early, but a prowler in his face is already the orbital strike.
I tell you what, he was pretty calm on this one.
And cut them up it does. It's 1,000 cuts and death by it in this round. 100 Thieves. Only with Cryo and Asuna left standing. And again, you're going to be asking for miracles from them.
Aspas? Yeah, he kind of looked at it and was just like, well, I can
Zeno
tank this
dropped
molly the
outside.
whole time.
It just stops 100 Thieves.
Ignore the
utility
Gekko
down
molly,
short
don't
from
step
really getting
into
much
it.
value. It's a lovely setup. And EU gets melted. They know he's the only person in showers.
One enemy remaining.
Spamming the smokes. Picking
Pretty
them
sure
apart,
Com hit
100
a
Thieves.
tether
Can't
on
withstand
short when they
the
ran up as well,
free
right? To combo with the
position,
ult.
being assailed. It's inevitable. It's going to be the 8-4 finish here. Asuna have to pull off the play of his
Hey,
life,
I mean,
think,
what
to
a
make it out of
half.
that one, but no.
What an
Will be the
absolute
case.
half from
Flawless
them.
is the finish. 8-4.
Switching
Really,
sides.
really good lead by Lev.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean,
Yeah,
this
they're
is
looking
4
excellent.
with a
All
pistol.
of their game plans are working. It feels like they've got a great read on what 100 Thieves are going to be doing. The team play is looking nice as well. I mean, look at that setup. Beautiful to catch EU, knowing he was the only person there. Detain comes through, easy kill. Leviatán have 4 multi-kills of 3+, 100 Thieves yet to get one.
Yeah, everything going right now for Lev. Let's send it down to our desk to hear what they think about it.
Lev looking great in that first half, an 8-4 lead here, Mirna, and it seemed like everything was working out for this team. The individuals are coming online, and these late round retakes in particular were excellent.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy to watch 100 Thieves default and try to get map control and just absolutely be dumpstered. They could not get past certain points. Even when they did get those first kills, they could not capitalize. They couldn't get into sight. They couldn't get into the post-plant situations properly.
And look, people told me that 100 Thieves, their team play would win out. And look, it starts out good, but you forgot about the individuals. Look, Mazzino getting 2 kills there is disgusting. And then from on sight, like these shots breaking the Dizzy 2, King is unreal. Mimi, where are we?
Los Angeles.
Where are we not?
Well, we're not in many places, I feel like.
Specifically?
Well, like anywhere else.
We're not in Shanghai. Leviatán are back, baby. They're smoking 100 Thieves on their best map on Bind Up, 8-4 at the half. Ospas out here doing Ospas things. We didn't even have to show you those highlights because we've got King and Mazzino doing the heavy lifting. Mimi, 100 Thieves, they're faltering against the individuals of Leviatán.
The prophecy has come true. I mean, it's insane because so many of these early rounds, it seems like 100 Thieves is doing so much right in their default, getting themselves in a winning position. And then it's just falling apart to individual performances.
Specifically in like post plants too, right? Like Leviatán have this one retake where 100 Thieves are getting people smoked off, Dizzies aren't being broken. 100 Thieves were really struggling to deal with the utility. Lever using the retakes.
Oh no, I mean Ender owned it because he also picked 100 Thieves, so it's like he has a win-win.
The timing wasn't right. The crossfires weren't right.
He defended Lev heavy, so he can fall back on that. And then if they start losing anyway, you can just be like, well, I picked 100 Thieves. It's fine.
We'll have to see if
A 3v5 loss. That was all down to Comlo, really, in my mind. I mean, obviously the individuals did insanely good in their position to get multi-kills. Especially Mazzino, to be honest, getting 2 when he I can't remember what utility ate here.
Yeah. It looks like 100 Thieves need some.
Triple Sheriff.
And the devs were talking about post plants, but a lot of the time Lev were just denying the plant from even
Triple
going down.
Sheriff.
It'll be interesting to
One
see
on a
what
Viper,
style
one on a
Thieves
Gecko.
run. They were previously doing a
Wingman
lot
for
of defensive
pistol?
re-clears against slower paced teams. And this one, it feels like they're doing this B pistol strat that teams have run. Viper wall is really difficult to get info on both sides.
Aisha with the Prime, thank you very much. Appreciate the 21.
This is just to try to
Thank
pull
you so much
attention.
for the 21.
A bit of a ruse.
What a shot.
And the bait and switch is
Yeah,
already
wall
pulling players
goes
for
up. You
rotation.
kind of got to play one
And if you
elbow,
wanna
one
talk about
side, but you've been
individuals,
told to play together.
King opens things up again.
That's right. He might have gone for another one.
At this point, though, Boostio's got the read. You look at him rotating over towards A, and Lev might have missed the timing here.
Yeah. There was a potential window. These were players rotating away from A with a smoke drop down in their faces. I've lost that window. Dizzy's pre-aimed. Cryo locked in.
What a flash, man. What a timing in the flash. Oh, no. How?
I can't get away with that, son. That is
How?
dirty work.
Dear Aspas.
What is
Yeah,
that,
that's what
man?
I'm saying. That's insane.
Desperately
He did it again just without an updraft.
No words.
Gross.
Oh, boy.
That's disgusting. I mean, the Dizzy gets so much value there. From Boostio, who's rotated over towards A.
And the flash was
anticipating the level coming
incredible.
down short. Does it
Dude,
matter?
Cryo's just going to be devastated.
No, it really doesn't.
Yeah. And this just here, I mean, my goodness.
It looks ridiculous from his POV.
Tragic. The 100 Thieves players flooding back in one by one to try to right the ship, hoping against hope that they can pull out levels of individualism that we've been seeing from Leviatán, and it's not the case.
W movement, yeah. It was really good.
Barring a ridiculous thrifty here, Lever in complete
That
control.
one pretty
on
much
Bind.
summed up what Ender
100
was saying the
Thieves
whole
map,
time. Like 100 Thieves,
we
they've
have
enabled
seen
their
teams
team
when they
play.
come
We've
back
got a
from
flash to
international
enable this
events,
guy to get a kill.
have a slump
Somehow.
afterwards. And you know, there's been a lot of hypotheses
Aspas dodges
why,
like
you know,
what,
they don't have
7
the time
bullets?
to be able to adjust, etc., etc. And Lev did get knocked out of Shanghai a bit earlier than 100
They
Thieves,
did,
but
they got sent back.
but
relatively
honestly,
early.
it wasn't
Glamorgal.
difference. Both of these teams
Glamorgal.
were there.
Glamorgal?
A
Yeah,
triple
Glamorgal.
setup is quite
With
nice
the
to
5
punish King.
gifted. Thank you
But
so
that's
much.
gonna
Chat, you know
tell
what to
him
do?
that
Let's
the
get
stack is
some
over
oiler
towards B,
slugs.
and they're gonna start pushing
Spam
things into
going.
Boostio.
Thank you so much for that,
Just gotta
dude.
respect this.
Go gifted, make
Spot
sure you
him out.
say
Dizzy
thank
up
you to him
the
as well.
top. Can be pre-fired.
Glamorgal, thank you for doing that,
Position
dude.
of Lambs here, just trying to buy some time for the rest of his team as well.
Hopefully
They
I'm saying your
already
name
in
right.
through the back as well, but they swarm it together, and he can win on the
Wait.
cards potentially. Takes what is that?
Wait, what?
Spray transferring around with the ghost in hand, sidearms. Apparently, the play in that scenario. 2v2.
They're so weak.
Comm single digits. Tex. One shot to the body from a sheriff will do him in. EU. Precisely the weapon on hand. Nails it.
2 HP.
One to the chest. One left to stand. And
Holy, they equaled them. Dude, what was this spread from Texas Stinger?
Order there for 100 Thieves, and it was all set up from that cheeky play out towards B long.
I really hope we get a replay of it. That looked mental.
Lifeline has just been thrown out to 100 Thieves as they were
Back
sinking
spread,
into the
that
mud.
looked so dodgy.
If they can start to right the
Dude,
ship
that
and
happens
get
to me in ranked,
themselves
I'm probably reporting that guy.
into this map,
Like, if I'm spectating
maybe
Tex,
they've
I'm
still got a
reporting him.
chance here.
Nah, I report that, I think. That's crazy. That is mad.
And you can see what it means on Boostio's face there.
Dink, dink.
Now, the danger, however, has
Leadox,
not been
21,
averted.
thank you so much for the prime.
Aspas,
Thank you, thank you.
he still lingers.
Yeah,
What is
no
that
way.
spread?
With a Vandal and full armor. He's torn through them so far. 14 kills across 14 rounds. With a
Leadox,
3K
again, thank you
and a
for doing that.
4K under his belt.
So, two people that had
Looking to cement the lead.
ghosts, and I think it was a sheriff.
Perfect.
Whoa, by
And a
hero
micro
guns into it.
adjustment. Absolutely sublime.
Yeah, lovely
His
shot.
aim is so strong.
There might be more where that came from as well.
Yeah, he's just got his own personal bodyguard. Dude, King's turning around to see the spacing as well. He's just double checking he's right behind him before he jumps the corner.
Need to be made. Boostio might have been considering. He's trying to swing out and wide.
Oh, my.
Forcing that decision out of him.
Damn, bro. He's got a whole team jumping in front of him to make sure he can get kills as well. The first shot was very nice, though. The first shot was impressive as hell.
Beautifully set up. I mean,
Okay, well,
that is exactly
they did it back
how
to
you
him.
empower your superstar player. King leaping forwards. in order to
Yeah,
distract.
leaping
The
forwards, and then we
nade
got two
sent
people
into
in
the
front of him
backside for
distracting.
Boostio
We've got
to
a
be
flash on
flushed
top
out.
of it.
And then trading. As those final players flooded through, that's another 4K on the board for Aspas. His third of the big multi-kill rounds.
Yeah.
And the fifth 3K plus for Leviatán. I mean, it is feeling a bit like the game against Furia. 100 Thieves, they just can't stop individuals from snowballing against them at the moment.
Beauty of it is in this map here. I mean, Aspas, a lot of it's coming from support from the rest of his team. It's been set up for it. He's not forced to deadlift everybody.
Higher,
1v9.
lower, contact, tether. This guy drops to the side nades.
Holding the angle though. Slight jiggle with it. Sees is good. The connection, finally. They bring him down.
This is the same setup that they used to
I'm
win
not
the
sure that
thrifting in
nade's
round
ever getting
14.
kills.
Not sniffed out.
I think
They
that
ran into
like
it
that has
both times.
potential what they're
The
doing, but
opening.
that other guy
Boostio.
has to be spotting, and this guy
Look
has
at
to
that
have a
timing
nade
he
here
has.
ready.
Weaved his way right past, and the Wiser! Comp falls. It's going to be an upgrade. Available with the rifle picked back up. King wants to slip
Wait,
himself
what's Brim
past, maybe
doing?
catch
Brim's
a tiny
sending
one
in
of his
to
own,
Hooker on
but
his own.
Boostio's aware of this.
Remy?
It's pinging it
Chris?
like they could have
The
at
duel
least
going
worked
on.
their way in through a short. Wants
Okay,
to hold on to
Mazzino
Show's
spots him over
position
towards
as the
Hooker, and then
100
goes
Thieves
all the way
looking
back.
to right the wrongs again of the previous round.
The teams with the light economy finding those advantages early on. 30 seconds left. Is there any plant denial here?
And down King is
seconds
super
Oh.
isolated.
Oh my
With
God,
his
he
back
drops
open
down
wide,
as well.
Asuna plucks him out of the picture. Tex is low enough. One damage, one single bullet will do it
Hey,
essentially.
good luck to
here.
Mazzino.
TP
Oh, they
through
know where he
finally
is
with the
now?
punish.
It's
Mazzino,
done.
though, they know his positioning, and he's the last one left.
What
in a
on
1v3. All
earth
they
is
gotta do is
this?
hold this one
50
down.
into
Trust in the
50
teammates.
into
Boostio
50.
with a full stick through. That's another thrifty round.
Back to back to back. 100 Thieves are just desperately holding on.
Day underscore
Damage the
Faye,
economy
thank you with the
again,
3 months.
but
Appreciate
once
the tier
more,
1.
It's going to be Aspas
Oh,
with a
hello,
hero
thanks for
rifle.
doing that.
100 Thieves at some point have got to dodge the danger coming towards them and shut down these individuals to stabilize. They've run this same thrifty setup with a triple stack and then the C's from the
Oh,
player
it's
close.
actually not. It's not as bad as I thought.
value both
They
times.
nade
Lev
deep
really
and then they
slipping by
double
falling into
swing
that
for
one.
anyone that's close. Pretty cool
100
still.
Thieves
Okay, I take it back.
Get a bit of stability going
The double
here.
swing makes a lot of
Very
sense.
close to it.
There's
And
combo to
abundance of
kill
ults,
here,
aren't they? One away
guns
from
to
the
kill
show,
this
stop the
area.
orbital strike, even with Thrash sitting in the back pocket.
Haunt thrown over towards Showers. Com pulling people over towards A. EU was in spawn, just playing that rotate position. But the spike, the exec, heading over towards B. That's where Tex is. That's where Aspas is going to be if he picks up the showstopper.
How is your Twitch name? Stephen Liggy
Moved their way
Botfrag.
into a
Surely
nice-
that's not a thing.
My ult's ready.
easy stuff.
You guys
going
change
on.
Twitch names so
Although,
much, man.
As I say that, the Spike's starting to head back over
No, I
towards
didn't
A,
even realize
just
people
as the
changed
EU
Twitch
starts going
names
towards B. So
until
they are playing
like
the rotates
about a month
really
ago.
well.
You lot have been wild with it.
Right there.
Good calling here.
And a push and pull of players.
King and Com combining together.
Oh yeah.
Might not be much of a defense on the side of 100 Thieves here. Lots going to be asked for.
That'll be huge,
Asana.
chatter.
Alongside Cryo, they might just try and delay. Yeah, he's detained. He needs some
Dude,
coverage
they
at least.
tunnel
Somebody
vision
needs to
for
help
this
him out.
guy.
Vulnerable, drop
He's
down,
just
spam
strolling
into
out
every
of
single
there.
corners. A volley at the feet, I think, potentially coming from Cryo. That's just to prevent them from really just trying to dive onto him.
That's Mazzino's
That's
molly, actually.
Mazzino's?
Yeah. So I think that
They're not
one
gonna
probably
eco them back
intended
though, right?
to, catch there
They
on
might.
Asana. Didn't quite work.
Still a shot.
Oh my god.
All cylinders
Wait,
firing
they got
off
no
here for
smokes
Aspas.
now.
This guy will not
Do
relent.
you...
Nightfall going to be pushing
That's
back away.
Basol.
Cuts away to sound cue. Spam into the corner. That's going to be that entertainment still. Maybe that advantage.
Whoa,
Showstoppers
that was
on either
nice.
side.
Ooh, and
Rockets, but
Aspas hit
no
triple
casualties. So
with
Lee's
his.
King finally gonna be
Yeah,
going
and
down
unless
over the
Com
top of
gets
the
a
horn.
kill,
Might be able to play this one
I think this
fast.
one's done.
Blues filling up the feed
Okay,
entirely
the
with
first
teal.
bit of
100
normality
Thieves
for this
winning
one.
out.
And we got a game.
First big successful retake for 100 Thieves, and the anti-eco finally coming
And the
online.
I don't know.
100 Thieves can stabilize a bit.
I thought he was going to use his Razor a lot earlier than
Going to
this.
another really important rifle round. Showstoppers traded on either side. Look at that horn.
Wait,
Look at
where's
how
that
much
fade
damage
eye?
Asuna was able to get
Holy
through the
hell,
box.
that fade eye got
Pretty
everyone.
nice stuff. Well coordinated. And as Ender was talking about, there was a lot of discussion. Is the team play of 100 Thieves going to win out against the individuality of Leviatán? And I think looking at recent form of Lev and how
When
they
top
played at
showers?
Shanghai, a lot
Oh
of
my
people
god,
were
it
on the
was
side of 100
giant.
Thieves. They're looking good. Don't worry about the loss to Furia. As our desk was pointing out with their power ranking segment yesterday, it was simply a case of the 10th best team beating the second best team.
Also,
Upsets,
what
they
was
do
it?
occur.
Crew and 8th. There's some words to be had with the power ranking. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I don't want to throw too much shade.
Everyone's got their own
They
opinions.
can't,
right?
they can't answer back. So listen, I'll slow it down.
But at the same time, a lot of things are in flux. And when you come back from one of those international events, it can be difficult to keep up your form. But I think for some teams, they had a fire lit underneath them. And I think for Lev, it was a bit of a wake-up call, a slap in the face to realize they are better than that. They made some changes, shifted around their coaching style. It departed saying that he wants a more aggressive version of
There'd be
Leviatán,
2-9 loss
a version
bonus,
of
so
Lev
they
where the
can
players want to swing,
buy.
want to take their fights,
I mean,
and are not
let's see if
forced to
Lev get a
play
plant.
in a
They get a plant, they're all
super-disciplined
good.
manner.
They
To
can
build
buy
up that
next.
confidence.
They got 2 ults, so hopefully they're
I
looking
mean,
to win
when
this
you
one
look at
anyway.
the top of the scoreboard, Aspas,
We got double
he's
brim ults,
definitely
so everyone's trying to
finding
hit the
his moments in
Teba
this
brim
map.
combo.
Yeah, certainly.
Could be scared of that. These.
Not much moves in terms of which team's going to be favored in this round, really. Still some big ults on either side. Maybe Lev with the edge, but Bustio just jump spotting. Sees the top of Aspas's head. I think that's going to be giving him a slight indicator, potentially. I mean, Lev, you can feel the fear, I think, as well in their steps. They are very wary about these trap plays.
And this is already nice from Lev though. Set one over to one.
Yeah.
Set one over towards Hookah.
And 100
You're gonna
teams
hear
have
this
a
guy
lot
jump
of
spotting.
different
Okay,
strategies
they hear this guy jump spotting and they're
tactics,
like,
I
you guys
should
need
say,
to
I
try
suppose.
kill this
Where
guy
they
jump
reclear
spotting. So
through
they're gonna
Hookah,
try
they reclear
time
over
it,
towards
walk
B
out,
long.
crouch,
You
shoot
don't
him,
wanna
and
get
then they're
caught
gonna
in one of
group up,
those,
hit back over
especially when
towards.
you've been inserted as King has here and you don't have too much help.
This was nice though from King.
Still
No
calm,
way they
doing his
popped the molly.
classic
Just
thing, where
it's
he pulls
crazy
attention
timing.
away from himself.
Okay, so instead they want to fake over
Follow
towards
up with
A.
this one, bang!
Oh boy,
Oh, that's a delivery. Spike dropped down into his lap along with those 2 kills. 100
that was
Thieves.
insane.
Gonna be happy with this
Dude,
one.
how is Bang?
They read that was a hard fake. There was no
30
response to the
seconds left.
nightfall.
I don't
coming
know
out
how
over towards
Bang
A. Bustio did
was
not
so
move.
on top of this.
Cryo stayed glued over towards B, and Bang delivered on his off angle.
I just popped the smoke.
I feel like both
so
of these
early
teams have
though.
been feeling each other out quite well.
Yeah,
on
like
the
he was
attack
jump
side,
spotting
still
for
finding good
ages.
areas to end, and that's one of the few times where the calling from the attack side team.
And
has
then
been
just as they were
countered.
gonna punish
10
him,
seconds
jump
left.
peek in, he pops the smoke and goes to
IGL
the other
battle.
side.
Haven't really highlighted it too much, but I see this devolving into that, battle of the
Makes
minds. We can
sense.
get a
Yeah,
better
that was
reads
sick.
over one another. But 100 Thieves slowly creeping and crawling their way back up to potentially going even here with Lev. It's a really important win in that round as well. We'll see how it affects the economy. Might still be able to get a bye together.
Yeah, it looks like they will scrap a bye together. The B-long control has been a
Yeah,
massive
great off
problem,
angle
though,
as well.
for Leviatán. Think about the 2 Thrifty rounds that we saw.
Yeah.
Those were both going up B-long and getting caught by that same trap play, like you were calling it.
A lot of people surviving for
High-low
100 Thieves
setup,
on that
and
one
then
as well, so their
the
money's
fade with
really,
the
really
C's
good.
inside garden, and they're again bang on an off angle, catching. How 100 Thieves were dealing with that was that they were throwing their Viper Orb over towards B-Long.
They were absolutely sending it.
Across the map with the molly. Lev, do they want to try and go off of this one? It looks like they're trying to set up something put together, orchestrated, maybe an exec. It's a little bit disjointed though. And Aston has managed to get ahead of a lot of this now. He's going to be playing this tucked up, close position. Potential for the anti-flash. Orbital strike not going to be getting too much. Satchel through! What is that? Snap straight to the dome. With Aspas dropped down still, it's going to be ultra.
Oh my god.
Just walking his way through
Everall.
it. Goes down
Really
to
good.
all of it. Tex, he's going to get the plant down at least with the wingman, and he's still alive and active.
Okay,
into the
Tex
round. There's still
Mazino has to
4v2.
go
Might be able to
unreal
battle
here.
away through it. Brute force. Needs to be on display. Boost
They've done pretty well, man.
Forcing out the util. Mosh pit.
They did pretty well up until Boucher popped in.
Raw gunplay at work.
Hey, getting close.
Lovely high-low setup as well, though. One player over towards bench.
Asuna did very well to get a
closer
kill
the
here.
spike. Great team play there for 100 Thieves to get it across the line. Com got completely caught there over towards Showers. I mean, he was out of the ultimate, and then he walked back into it. Couldn't tell you exactly what. He must have been afraid of being peeked from the retake. Lost the awareness
Did he
of what
peek
was
down
going
there?
on. Com, obviously, it's no secret, has been struggling massively with his form.
I'm pretty sure he's just tethered, so he couldn't move, right?
But he's still not lighting the ball on fire, obviously.
Poor guy, man. They're going in on him, and he ate a tether. He can't move.
Saying that there was a Caesar play.
Yeah.
But, I think locked into place. The decision was made for him.
There we go.
Essentially go down to it. So
Bail him out, Bren.
Leviatán.
I did miss that.
Leviatán, again, trying to take some B-long control. They don't have that same attacking orb. King is using the
Poor
orb
guy.
over here in the classic
Being
spot.
dogged on, and there's nothing he can do
Sure,
about it.
now, in my opinion, on attack side of Bind, you can't really do that very well anymore, but they're using a Brim Smoke here to stop the angle from on top of Tube being
I
taken.
just hate it. Dude, it's just the game, man. There's so much that goes on. It's so like this. There's so many little things, and like if you look here and something happens here, and then you miss it, or you're not looking here at the util. Like it's so easy to miss stuff in this game.
They drop down. There's a lot of noise being made here. Reclear with the molly, yeah, mosh pit.
I think a Tricast would be good in this.
Close, cutting it up. Aspas needs to do a lot here.
Wow, man. Yeah, they went for the reclear.
And that's exactly
They knew,
predicted
yeah,
the
they
100
definitely
Thieves
knew
were gonna
exactly they were
go
going
for
to
that
go for
strategy.
this.
You saw Aspas, as soon as the first piece of util was thrown out, he tucks himself in that corner. He knows exactly what's happening. Lev looked very prepped right from the beginning of this map.
Already?
to deal with
Yeah,
what
I wonder
100
if it
Thieves
was
are
like
throwing
something
at them.
similar to like once they've punished here, then they
And this
normally
is
go for the reclear. Like they'll
Another round
punish
where
and
Lev's
then they'll
economy
make
was
sure
not
that they
looking
give
amazing,
you
and
the
they've managed
space.
to come out the better end of it. Making that adjustment to take some B-long control, throwing out a smoke early on, even though it commits Mazino to only having 2 for the exec itself. No problem if you're ending B. It looked like
They always
100 Thieves were
reclear,
pulling
yeah,
off the
they have
comeback,
always
but Lev
recleared.
take one step closer to winning here.
I mean, the
on
problem
Prime.
is they've just shown
It's
this
been
comp
hard
so
fought
much,
since
right?
We've taken the swap of sides. 100 Thieves are doing a better job at it, but it may end up being too little too late.
Extremely back and forth, but finally, Lev finding a bit of a solution to that B long take. They were missing the protocols earlier, but all came together just then.
Yeah, and the advantage of that smoke is it stops
You
the
here?
high-low
Hello,
setup, so
Titan.
there's nobody
Hello,
to
mate.
play contact from sight, and also it allows you to focus all of your guns on the left side, so you don't get caught by bangs off angle either. So it actually works really nicely against both setups.
What an absolutely, absolutely
Now,
savage
could 100
gecko
Thieves decide
flash.
to do the reclear a little earlier, perhaps?
That
Yeah.
was sick.
Before they've taken garden control, it might be a little easier.
Yeah.
But I think Leviatán have got to be credited for having a great read. Timeout call by 100 Thieves, and Zix is going to try to add his input and see if he can make this comeback a reality. It was 4 in a row for 100 Thieves just up until round 20 that we just watched.
Doing a good job of stemming the bleeding for a little bit, but like you said, there's not much room to work with if you are 100 Thieves in terms of the rounds, Lev. I mean, 2 more will do it. Be a map win to lead the series up on 100 Thieves map pick, which is Bind. You know, we're all expecting this one to be favored towards this team. They've looked really, really good all year long. Don't need to say it much more.
Yeah, it's been their home territory for sure, but I think because they were so good at it, it painted such an obvious target on their backs.
Big old target.
If you're going to anti-strat 100 Thieves on any
Lahum.
map, it's going to be Bind, right? Because if you ban
Boom with the
anything
22
else,
months. El
you
Schlumpo
know
as
that
well.
that's going to be the first
Same
map
time.
in the series.
Blindness,
So it makes your
thanks for the prime, mate.
anti-stratting very simple.
Hello, thank you for saying that as well, dude.
And I think
appreciate
that's
the
the
22.
double-edged sword when you've got a map that's just so good for you. Everybody else is going to be trying to take
all
you
right.
down there. Whereas Haven,
It's
with
a good
Leviatán
timeout
there,
because
who knows what is going on there?
Yeah,
this could
definitely a
actually get
series of
pretty
unknowns.
bad for Lev, right? Fish all
find
into
out, though. We'll be
potentially
seeing it.
getting the Viper to plant
missed it.
and win the round.
Enough about that. All eyes on Bind here.
And
Through.
wait,
Molly going to be dodged and shoot.
I mean,
That's pass in.
is this
and
not going to
through.
be Fish all
Finds a
into
perfect corner
Viper
there.
planting
Just
to
trying
lose the round?
evade the sight lines.
No, Wingman goes
A
out
little
to
bit too
plant.
much
Okay,
util there to
maybe
overcome, just in
they
that hard
wait.
anchor position, and now
The King get
100
the
Thieves
kill?
forced into this retake.
King
Everything working against
got
them.
the
There's a
kill.
pin in
I
their
thought the
face,
Raze
player
got the kill.
disadvantage. At least with the elbow control, and maybe
Quite
just
slowed down.
everything banking onto Cryo, trying to take this flank timing, but he's slow with it.
They're not watching for the hookah flank. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to help them get through the pit. Here's that second wave of the thrash that caught bang.
Clearing it out. They do spam it down. It's nice movement, potentially dodge those bullets. The K's kicking in as well as putting that
100 fees is so much money, they might as well
into the
go for
round
it.
here with a C's connection. At least Boostio does find the one, but no easy targets finally. Cryo reconnected with the rest of his
Oh,
team.
what a
But across
fade,
that
eh?
setup is just immaculate. Still the pit
Good
doesn't
luck.
cover. It needs to be covered from multiple
Get it
angles
off.
here with the smokes in
Hold
the
up.
face. Sticking in.
Whoa.
King, has he done enough?
Oh,
The rest of it
that was
follows through with
close
bullets
in the end.
finally landing.
Yeah, that was
Up to
close.
12
King had to get out of his
Leviatán.
Viper ult just to double check that.
What a setup there. The pit covering backside.
Yeah, nice and simple from
Players
Lev
over
here though.
towards long, though, able to still play
And
those
when you're
spots
looking
and
at
spam
100
onto
thieves, they
the
just
spike.
gambled wrong with the 3
Come with the
stack.
horn that wasn't broken too.
Yeah,
Providing
it's kind of like
value for his team.
50-50. Do start 3B, do start
Lev playing
3A.
the post-plant situations, I think, a bit better than 100 Thieves did on the other
Ooh,
side.
this was nice
And also
though.
get the
Molly
plants down
Molly in the
almost for
smoke
free.
to make sure he
100
can't help
Thieves
his
not
team out
able
on
to deny
site, so he
almost
can't shoot
any
the
of these
fish
plants
ult.
that have come
Wait,
through.
this is a good round.
Nice round, guys.
That was Tom just getting caught towards the end. But this could potentially be
Okay,
our final round.
three
pit
chances.
as Bang
Okay,
tries to hold them off,
QZ90, thank you so much, mate.
hoping that they can
Appreciate that.
extend this map further.
Thanks for the prime.
That's what it comes down to, but as we were saying earlier, not
Yeah,
a
dude,
lot
this
of
this
breathing
Molly
room.
was really cool though.
I just need one, and they brought the operator up into
Is that just
Aspas's
the Molly lineup
hands,
from
straight
here?
through the box.
Whoa.
That's pretty big, and it breaks this B-long
Yeah,
setup.
it's not. It is.
does it? The
It
100
feels
Thieves
like
players
that's
are wondering whether
everything,
or not
man. The
people are gonna drop out of
smoker.
hookah.
Like now they can just
Boostio
create a bit of
forced to
pressure, wait
disengage.
for
They
this
had
wall, and
Thrash
then
in
they got
hand.
nothing
Boostio was
over
ready
towards.
to send that on somebody B-long, or possibly even through the
Taking down the
teleporter.
smokes here is
If Asuna
insane.
had taken contact, but now that entire idea falls to pieces.
Aspas,
as Boostio's
another kill,
forced to
gets his
look
ult.
towards hookah. This is how the House of Cards can tumble after just one pick.
Is he broken? Fired off by the op. They know where Aspas
He
is.
can just hold this now. They don't
Sitting
have a
nice
flash to
and
get.
pretty EU this off angle.
EU has
Got
to kill
value here
2.
before, but the
Pretty
trouble
much,
is,
that's
how do you
just
do it again?
round
Surely
done.
they're going to be ready for it, and they spot him.
Oh
He's
my
with the
god,
jiggle,
boost,
EU
yeah.
needs help. Thrash sees round and about, but it's going to get spammed down as 3
Oh,
players face him.
Lev
He's
handled
forced to
this
evacuate.
insanely well.
TP
Good luck to
get out of
Boostio.
there. That leaves Boostio alone. He IGL to do it all. One shot found, still tucked to the floor. Dizzy in his
Oh wow,
face.
Boostio did
Wrangles
unreal
the
work.
rifle. And still maintains that
Unbelievable
composure.
work.
Maybe he's done enough. It's a 3v3, but a spike is planted and down. Full rotations now by 100 Thieves, just to stay alive in the map. Takes getting cheeky with it. It's forward. Out through elbow to C's connects. King is low, at least with the decay. Prowler through as well. Asuna wraps it around and whips it around, at least with the rifle. Com forward. Debated switch setup.
Asuna kills him mid-air because he's tapped the vulnerable of the molly. Dude, hey, shout out to Boostio on this one. Boostio kept him alive. That was impressive. 2 there. What an absolute hero. Okay, 2 chances now for Lev.
On the second swing, at least. The first one, Asuna had to finish the kill himself. But EU with good utility pressure, denying the fact that Aspas keeps getting these opening kills. And what a performance from Boostio in that spot. EU completely abandoned him. Asuna with one of those
Dude,
kills
this guy
in
keeps getting
mid-air
jumping
off a
kills.
vulnerable player.
Chat, he was the guy on Icebox, right? That got the
2 more rounds to take
got the
us to
guy in
overtime.
heaven.
It's a hard ask for 100 Thieves. Boostio
That's probably the most
towards
mental
A.
jump shot I've
This
seen in the game, I
B-side
think.
He's looking a little weak.
Change hands with it. It's going to be a showstopper. That's
Oh,
one to
oh,
match.
for oh,
It goes
okay,
even.
respect.
An
They
exchange
take each
of
other
it,
down.
that weaponry
Now Bang
back.
needs to kill one.
To be blinded up, just cannot tuck himself up into that
Okay,
corner.
I think because he
No
doesn't get
survival
one,
in
that
sight
should
now.
be it. EU has
Eagles
ult.
gonna
They
flood
want a
forward.
fast flood.
100 Thieves, they
Boostio
realise
has
it.
a op. Can't pick anything up.
Advantage again, a lot going to be asked.
Where's the rifle for Boostio?
Yeah.
His economy was
Have a
flourishing, but he
backup
didn't
one,
feel
or-
like he could commit to buying a Phantom or Vandal for him as well, so he's on the retake with the op.
Dude, Texas Official.
Potentially looking dire here. The
Oh,
Thrash.
you can't kill us with the
Needs to
op.
clear it out. The shot misses. Teammate's got his back. Out and through here. Nightfall has to be committed, and you have to make a go of things here.
1-2.
Only dodged by the one player. Got to
Two.
try and at least get yourself
They have
into
no
the site.
Viper wall.
King.
They have
Speaking of
no-
nuisance, time ticking away. Mazzino
Okay, they have one
just
brim
holding the
smoke.
slightest of off angles.
Gotta protect
Baits
Wingman.
them in.
Wingman
Just trying
halves
to
it.
draw them all out. Cryo. He's already doing quite a lot here.
Great
but he just
fade
can't
eye, man.
do it
Com
all.
hit a great fade eye at the end here.
Map one.
Shout out to Lev. This was a
All
good
sealed
game.
up here for Lev. 100 Thieves map pick combined.
They did some
going
good
their
homework
way
as well.
Early on in this series.
That's a great opening